Literature has existed for a very long amount of time, that over the years, many other genres have formulated. Some persisted, some vanished. Yet, even today, a lot more are born, created, and given the rights to be written. Today, I want to walk you through a little side of literature, a place where the grounded reality of creative nonfiction warps and distorts, where creativity is used to combine three different genres of writing. One is essay, the other is poetry, and the last one is memoir. These three combine to create one of the most pure forms of literature, and that is the lyric essay. Lyric essay by nature is a very complicated genre. It aims to experiment and answer the question of what would happen if you mix the very rigid and systematic nature of an essay with the fluidity and figurative devices of a poem. These two together, these two elements when combined, are so complicated that when you try and create one, you have to be a very skilled poet to actually make it coherent and understandable. Lyric essay by nature of a memoir, it tells a story, but not in a traditional sense. We can say that a lyric essay doesn't outrightly claim it tells a story. It is subtle and it doesn't shows what the true story is. To get my point across even more, I'm gonna show you an example. This is not a lyric essay per se, but in my opinion, it does shows what a lyric essay should be. And that example is a line from my favorite song. The name of the song is My Ordinary Life by The Living Tombstone, and it goes by,
that I'm special, I smile and shake my head. I'll give them stories to tell friends about the things I said. They tell me I'm so humble, I say I'm turning red. They let me lie to them and don't feel like they've been misled. They give so much to me, I'm losing touch, get me? Served on a silver platter, ask for seconds, they just let me. They tell me I'm a god, I'm lost in the facade. 6 feet off the ground, at all times I think I'm feeling odd. No matter what I make, they never see mistakes. Making so much bread, I don't care that they're just being fake. They tell me they're below me, I act like I'm above. The people blend together, but I would be lost without their love.
that's the actual line, and I recommend you listen to it. But as you can see, by the lyrics, you can tell that it is a story. It tells a story, but it doesn't tell it outright. It just says what the character says and what the character feels in a poetic manner. It doesn't tell, oh, he went into this place and do this and do that. No, the lyrics clearly says that this is what he feels, this is what he says, this is what he thinks. And for me, that is a level of narration that is so fun to listen to and so fun to write. And the other line is the chorus. It is an amazing line. It goes by,
Staying still, eyes closed, let the world just pass me by. I pay bills, nice clothes. If I fall, I think I'll fly. Touch me, Midas, make me part of your design. None to guide us, I feel fear for the very last time.
now when I first listened to that line, it doesn't hit me with the meaning of it. It just sounded so nice and so pleasant. But when I listen to it over and over again, I can see the genius of it. It tells a story, again, of someone who is in fame, or we could say that someone from the very bottom that reaches the top. And then, when he is at the top, he was blinded. He doesn't see what's underneath him. So, when he falls down, he can see everything again. He can see what's life's all about. And for me, that is the reason behind that line that goes, if I fall, I think I fly. And that's so genius for me because it shows a story again that it the protagonist or the one who is singing knows that once life gets tougher, once life gets more challenging, when the facade of being a god diminishes and the lens is cleared, you can see that the world doesn't revolve around fame and money. It sure helps, but the more you spend time with the things you love and the less you pretend to be a persona, that's the more you learn to live. And the other great line is the one that goes with, touch me, Midas, make me part of your design. For me, it's so genius because the first time I listened to it, it stuck around my head because Midas is a story about a king that is cursed with the power of touching something, and that something will become a gold. It is his desire. It is his wish from a god that give him the ability to touch anything and that thing will turn into gold. But then he realized quickly that that wish is also a curse because when he saw his daughter crying and he tried to hug her, embrace her, he was shocked to find out that her daughter is now a golden statue. For me, that this is so great because the line says, "Make me part of your design." It basically the singer is telling the listener that please touch me like Midas and make me part of your design. Make me part of your life. This is the only way I can feel something. Around this fame, around this facade, the life doesn't mean anything to me unless you are praising me, unless you are listening to me. And that can be so much emotion that can be interpreted. I could be wrong with my interpretation, and that's what great and so amazing about it. You can translate it in any other way. It's a story within a story that you can tell has already been told again. So my final thoughts are, lyric essay is it's such an amazing form of literature. It's such an amazing addition, and I'm so glad I found it out because it gives me the freedom to write something non-fictional that can also be a fiction because it is so big and so subtle with its meaning that, oh yeah, it's a story about someone, but it's described in such a figurative way. It makes it so magical and mesmerizing to listen to. So yeah, if you enjoy watching, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next project.